Hi, I'm Jordan Sears. I'm the new head coach of the Texas Legends. I think the process for me getting the job was just kind of a slow burn. It took a lot of time to get to that point. And as time went on, I could kind of feel that, I might have a real opportunity to get in this position. And when I got it, it didn't really hit me at that point just because I had been thinking about it so much and it was just slowly building up to that point. My aha moment, honestly, doesn't have anything to do with an announcement or anything like that, but I do have to consistently remind myself on a daily basis, hey, you are a head coach now, and there's a lot more decisions you're gonna have to make. And I think just on the day-to-day, especially now where we have our E10s and our young guys in town, when people ask me questions, I can't look behind me or go down the hallway and ask the next person. A lot of those questions start and end with me. And so I think being prepared on a daily basis is the most important thing for that, because there are a lot of decisions I ultimately have to make as head coach. What I'm looking forward to the most is, in my time with Dallas, I've done a lot of player development on an individual level, and it's pretty cool to see the individuals that you work with apply a lot of the things that you work on them with in a game. And so while I'm not going to be doing that at an individual level anymore, to kind of impact that, I think, on a larger scale, but in the grand scheme of things, it's still a foundational level for the Legends and for the Mavs, I think is something that excites me, to be able to develop guys, to be able to teach, whether it's skills or it's concepts and understanding of the game. So for those guys to be able to apply those things with the Legends and hopefully in turn maybe get some opportunities with the Mavs to do the same thing, I think that's something that excites me. I think one thing that'll be steady in that game day routine is making sure I get a nap. I think it's really hard to go the entire day without a nap as a coach or a player, just because it's a long day leading up to games themselves and you need to be at your best when it comes game time. I think one of the most important characteristics I've gathered from watching numerous coaches is just the ability to stay the same every day. Obviously, the head coaching position is a very stressful position, but the ability to stay even-keeled and communicate with your team under times of duress or when things are going perfectly is extremely important. The team kind of vibes or resonates off of your energy, and so on the day-to-day, being able to do that, I think, just kind of keeps your team consistent as well. With the staff I've put together, I'm most excited about the level of energy and care factor and desire that these people have to learn and to get better. They all have goals, they all have places they want to be, and they want to use this opportunity with the Legends to grow themselves and help other players in the process. So that's one of the biggest things for me, is just that they're going to be guys who on the daily basis are going to put a lot into it, try to help me be the best coach I can be, and help this team be the best it can be. I think the most important thing I want to instill is just the ability for everybody to create relationships with each other. I think no team can be successful without it. I think ultimately with every team you're on, as a player, as a coach, as whoever, the goal should be to want to look back 10, 15, 20 years from now and just say, man, I really enjoyed that team. And so to make sure guys are having fun on the day-to-day and building those relationships with each other, with their coaches, and doing things that are revolve around things that are more than just basketball, I think is something I would like to instill with that team. My summer league experience this year was a lot of fun working for Coach Dudley. Being a former player himself, he approached it a little bit differently than the traditional coach would. And I think he was very frank and honest with the players in terms of helping them and telling them what they need to get to the next level. And I think that was something that our players kind of rallied around, and they hung on to every word he told them. So coaching guys like that who were super coachable, understanding, and willing to make mistakes, but do it at 100% was something that I really enjoyed, and it gave us a lot of freedom as coaches to go out there and try things. One thing I learned about myself is just that having that level of consistency with players on the daily basis in terms of being able to take them on the side and teach them individually and then teach the group, but then reinforce those things on a daily basis really resonates with guys. I think this was my first time running a side of the ball. I was in charge of our defense, and the habits that we ingrained in our training camp, I think, carried over well to games, and it was something I was extremely proud of, to see our guys carrying those things out and competing on a daily basis. So just learning that on the daily basis, habits are of the utmost importance. My favorite memory of Summer League was one of the things I focused on a lot was our offensive rebounding, so making sure that guys were crashing. And so on one particular possession, Derek Lively is under the rim and he's got a smaller defender on him. And Jelly Walker goes up into a shot and I yell towards Derek, rebound, super loud. This is in the big arena where, you know, your voice is echoing. And that shot's not halfway to the basket and Jelly's like, ain't no rebound, coach. Ball goes right through the net, looks me dead in the eyes. And I was like, yeah, that's my bad, Jelly. At the timeout, I had to put my hand up on that one, but I think the whole team got a great laugh going into the timeout there, and he was just in such a great rhythm that game. We both have the same name. I don't think a lot of people know that. His name is Jordan as well, but he's got an energy about him that I think a lot of the team just kind of goes off of, and I think it's going to be something that's going to excite the Legends fans a lot this year. I've heard really good things about the community here in Frisco, and the games I've been to, I've seen some great turnout here, and as a team and as an organization, we should never take for granted that we do have the best turnout in terms of fans here in the G League. And as players, it's extremely important for us to give back to that community and to be grateful for what we have here at the Comerica Center. And you know, it's what we all want as coaches when we were players, and the players now when we were all little kids, in wanting to play in front of packed arenas. And so for that to be something we have here, I think it would be foolish for us to not give back to the community. And the Legends have done a phenomenal job of that in the past, and that's something we want to continue to develop, and I think something that we will continue to develop. I think we're extremely fortunate here in Frisco with the level of investment that we have from the big team, being the Dallas Mavericks. Our facilities here, the Sports Academy, the Comerica Center, are state-of-the-art, top-notch facilities. We have the best turnout amongst fans in the G League as well. So I think for us, it's important to use those things to our advantage to continue to strive towards what we say our goals are, and ultimately helping the Dallas Mavericks improve as a team and maybe develop some players for those opportunities. This is Jordan Sears, your new head coach, and I'm excited to see you all at the Comerica Center in November.